Cooking was an outlet that helped her through some of the darkest moments in her life, and it was her love of food that allowed her to turn everything around. Chef Derricka Clayton joins us to talk more about her journey and also her catering services. It's so nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you as well. Thank you for having me.
We are thrilled. Will you tell me about your journey as a chef and what got you into cooking for people?
Yes, the beginning of 2019, I had a tragedy occur. My ex-husband, my child's father, passed away unexpectedly from a heart attack at the age of 41. Left me to be a single mom. My daughter has autism. She's on the spectrum. And then 2 weeks later, I was laid off from my job. I was contracting for the job, so there was no unemployment. I was just really in a really, really dark space. But I've always leaned on my passion of cooking to really help me, just kind of go through things. That's like my therapy for myself. So as I'm cooking, I just, I prayed over my entire situation, and I just had this epiphany. I wonder if I were to step out on faith, and what would happen if I were to go ahead and go into cooking full time, and what would that look like? So shortly thereafter, I enrolled myself into culinary school. Fast forward, I was able to go ahead and graduate with honors. I've followed some, Dallas's most top chefs here, Chef Kevin Johnson, top chef Tiffany Derry, followed them, shadowed them, as well as, been able to go ahead and just take my own knowledge and everything from culinary school and have really made a huge success out of this particular industry.
Amazing.
Yes.
Tell me about your style of cooking and what you do really well.
So I'm world cuisine trained, so I can make anything from around the world. I am a Creole native. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama, but I was raised here in Texas, so I always call myself a Texas Bama, so to speak. So those are my go-to, is those Creole flavors, those Cajun flavors, or even that Tex-Mex flavors. But when it comes to cooking for other people, I like a blank canvas.
Oh, wow.
I'm a true creative. I like to go ahead and create dishes that I've never created before, and those are usually my best dishes. So yes.
Will you tell me about your cookbook?
Absolutely. So Season for the Soul was basically something I wanted to go ahead and come out with around the wintertime and the holidays, just so that way for people that haven't hired me for my catering services, they're able to go ahead and still have a taste of my food.
Yeah.
So this actually has a lot of those Southern comfort type of meals, those soul food dishes that have a lot of love in it, a lot of flavors, so that way people can go ahead and we can just kind of be at one within the kitchen and bring, that good food together. So yeah.
Will you give me an idea of just the size of group you can cater for?
Oh, yes, ma'am. So I can cater from a small group of 2 people. I just catered a beautiful brunch, for Valentine's Day.
Oh, fun.
Yes. And I've catered up to 300 people as well. I've done large weddings, all the good stuff. So I have a great team, a solid team. So yeah.
Can I circle back to the pivot whenever you heard the calling to cook for other people?
Yeah.
How was that transition for you? What did you learn from that?
A lot. I've learned a lot about myself.
Yeah.
I've learned, how strong that I am, how resilient that I am. Just really, it's been a very selfless journey, so to speak. As well as the fact for cooking for others and just seeing the excitement and people just fellowshipping around something that I love, and people can tell that I'm actually pouring into something that I have a passion for. Is incredible. People are just literally they're seeking after, my food and just my energy, which is amazing. And I love it. It makes me sincerely love what I do and the decision that I made.
Yes, I'm just so impressed by you.
Yes.
And is cooking healing for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, whenever I get into the kitchen, that, I'm able to go ahead and just really be myself. Like I said, I look at it like a blank canvas, and be able to go ahead and create different things and just learn new things and just allow myself just to kind of decompress and just, again, it's just so therapeutic for me. I just love it.
Oh,
so
Chef
yes.
Derricka, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
My pleasure. And your food looks so good. To purchase a copy of Chef Derricka's cookbook, visit her website, chefderricka.com. You can also follow her on Instagram at Chef Derricka. Coming up,